Hey there, my name is Joey Randazzo, and I'm the owner of SEO Growth Partners, and we help interior designers rank higher on Google, get more traffic, and get more leads. So the biggest issue, and I'm going to jump straight into it, that folks get wrong with their websites for SEO when it comes to interior designers is they build a website that does not have enough content on it. So if you go to Google and type in website design for interior designers, the first person you're going to see is this person, and they have a bunch of websites which look very pretty. But if you go to them, the homepage on every single one looks like this. It is images. It's beautiful, right? Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. The issue is that Google, when it crawls websites, the homepage is the most important page of a website. So if you're an interior designer and you're in Seattle, Washington, you don't have any other office spaces. So you've got an office in Seattle, you service folks in Seattle, you might service folks remotely, but in terms of ranking in a location, Seattle interior designer, best interior design firm Seattle. Those keywords are incredibly valuable. And if I go to Google and search for those, the very first business that ranks is called The Finery. And their website has content on it, right? Their homepage, this is their homepage, uses keywords. It's still beautiful, right? It's showcasing that they're, a legitimate business. They do beautiful work. They do different things. And they have, other pages that you can see as well. But from their homepage, it actually has relevant content on it, from reviews to a lot of other things. And do another example, interior designer Chicago, Architectural Digest, and Summer Thornton Design. They have, let's go out of this. They have content on their homepage is ranking, and they have a lot of content on their homepage. All of these businesses, you'll see so many websites like this. It's beautiful. They've got the images. It's very clean and simple, but they simply don't rank on Google. So what do you need to do instead? You need to have a homepage. As if you're a single location business, meaning you have an office space in one city, you don't have an office in LA, an office in San Francisco, an office in Las Vegas. If you have one office, your homepage needs to target those localized keywords so that you can rank for keywords like interior designer Chicago, interior designer Seattle, Washington. There's a lot more that goes into it. This is beachfront real estate on the internet. Your Google business profile is associated with this. The Finery's ranking here and here. They're absolutely crushing it. But from your website point of view, you have your title tag, you have your meta description, and then you have the content on the page. At the most basic level, if you target localized keywords within that content and you structure the content in a way that's valuable to the user, let's look at the Finery. I think they could do a better job. They're still ranking well, but you target the main keyword, and then you talk about different things that you do. Do you do residential? Do you do commercial? What's your process to get started? What are examples of work, case studies, portfolio of work? What are some testimonials, and anything else that you think is relevant for your target audience? Frequently asked questions. They don't have those on this page. But that's really the most basic part of it. It's more complicated than that. There's back-end technical SEO to consider. But if you have a website that looks like this, you have no content on the homepage, you're probably not performing well. And there's really no way to perform well with this type of structure from an SEO perspective. The other thing I'll share is from a Google Ads perspective. The same thing. If you say, well, I want my website to be clean, I'm willing to just spend money on Google Ads to get traffic to the site. Google, when it crawls which pages to rank from a Google Ads perspective, it also needs content. It needs text. It can't fully comprehend images. And why Google cares about this, you might just say, I'm just going to spend money. Why won't Google take my money? Is when Google shows an ad, it needs people to get what they want out of that ad. Google's highest revenue is ads, right? And so if they're kind of training people to click on ads that aren't relevant to them, then Google is going to train people to stop clicking on ads, and Google's going to lose revenue. So it's in Google's best interest to show pages from an SEO perspective and a Google Ads perspective that get users what they want. And with images, Google may not have enough context versus if this business were to run a Google Ads, Google is crawling all of this content, that knows interior design, has all this information, and have featured work where it says, Chicago, Chicago remodel, and there's content on this page that makes it very clear to Google, what they're trying to do. And so if you're an interior designer, your website's not performing well, and you have a website that looks like this, then we can help. We've helped many businesses. They have beautiful websites, and we maintain that beautiful integrity while also adding relevant content to the page that Google likes and that users like. I want to show you we just started with an interior designer less than a month ago. They had a website that looked exactly like this. And this is an email that we received from them just 3 days ago on July 2nd. And it says, we received our very first qualified lead. It's a form submit from someone who has a commercial building he's purchasing and needs tenant improvement help to plan the interior space to accommodate his office staff and a showroom space. So within a month, we took a website from getting no exposure on Google to getting qualified leads within 30 days. And it's because we know how to optimize a website that looks like this with very limited content to a website that can drive leads and conversion.